Hello everyone, welcome back to Python 101, and today we're specifically focusing on polymorphism and inheritance. Inheritance is forming new classes using classes that have already been defined. In programming, polymorphism means same function name but different signatures being used for different types. So the benefits of using these two is the ability to reuse what you have already worked on, and it makes the whole process less complex. To start off, we can create a base class, and that's just like the mannequin example I like to use all the time. So we're gonna create an animal class. And as you remember, we need the colon. So we're gonna define we're gonna print success. You have created this animal. So next, let's define who this animal is, and we're going to print I am an animal and I am alive. Next, we're gonna print what it eats. Eat self. Or what are we gonna print? I'm eating pizza. Let's see, we're gonna print I am eating a very fine meal. All right, so here are these things, and I'm gonna run it. If we want to create another class, for example, say what are we? Oh, cats. Okay, because like cats, it will have many similar things to what we have here. So it's a cat, and it eats. So instead of rewriting all this stuff, especially when you're bad at typing, you could just do this. You could just inherit the class or derive from it. So what you do is you make a class of cat and you put animal inside it. Now you just do the same thing. So now you define self. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna write animal dot init parentheses self. Now we print I have been created. I am a cat. Meow. Now we call it and we do my cat equals, or you can like really just put anything in front. It doesn't have to be, or you could just do like this cat equals. I'm just using it because it's easy and it's my cat. So, oh, and I forgot to capitalize this. I don't know why I forgot to capitalize it. Anyway, like I said in a few videos ago, you should always capitalize the class thing. And here we go. I probably forgot to. There we go, yeah. So when I changed the thing to capital, I forgot to run again. So this kind of. So here you can see that when it inherited the init from the animal, and then it just used the rest. All right. Now that I did this, I don't need to rewrite all these methods for my new class. As a bonus, all the previous methods will also be available if I call them. So, meaning I could just do oops. And then you can see eat and who. So I'm gonna do eat. Oh, I forgot the. All right, there you go. See, now you, as a result of inheriting, you also get the other things. So it's like the humans, like you can sometimes inherit other things, not only the main things such as eye color and stuff. You can also inherit, like you can jump 15 meters high. I wish I could. All right, so sometimes you want to rewrite one of these old methods without going back here and doing all that. So you could just rewrite it in the new class. So if you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not a who. Let's define who. Self. I can print that again, and I can just print I am an animal. Now here, if you go to who, you could just, it changes back to I am an animal. So that's pretty cool. All right, on to polymorphism. So polymorphism. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, so once again, polymorphism refers to the way in which different object classes can share the same method name. But in the future, this skill won't be very useful. So if you don't do well in this part, it's okay. So to start this off, I'm gonna make 2 new classes, and I'm gonna define a cat class, and what else should I do? And a snake class. So let's create the cat class. We're gonna define init and then we're gonna do name. We're gonna do self dot name equals name. Keep on going. Now we're gonna do speak. What does the cat say? Yeah, meow, 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 meow. Okay, so we're gonna return self dot name plus that's called concoctation. We're gonna concatenate this with says. Oh, let's add a space here to make it look good. Meow, meow. So now we run this. Now let's create a snake class. I said, yeah, snake class. I'm gonna define self name we're gonna do the same thing, self dot name equals name. We're gonna define speak. Oh, why did I write speak twice? That's weird. Self, it's supposed to be self. We're gonna concatenate that again with space says All right. If we're gonna do that, we might as well do meow. Meow. Raoul. All right. So now we can just run that and run that. So now we're gonna set cat and snake. So Thorless is gonna be snake, cat. And what should be a snake's name? Vergaria? Vergaria, sure, I just made this name up. Vergaria is gonna be snake. And oh, I forgot that. There we go. Now we could just print we're gonna print Thorless dot speak. Oh, I typed Thorless wrong. Boom. Okay, so basically it just puts Thorless in here because I capitalized that, so it's gonna count that and says meow. So if I did Vergaria, you know how you say that name? Vergaria? Vergaria. Oh boy. My keyboard ran out. I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. And I'm gonna have to run. There. Bulgaria says hiss. Oh, now my keyboard's back. That's great. All right, so that's kind of that. So there's a lot of ways to display polymorphism, one of which is for loops. So now we can see that Thorless and I accidentally Bulgaria. Okay, there we go. I accidentally deleted it. I'm sorry, Vergaria. Okay, so now we can see that Vergaria and Thorless share the same method name called speak, speak, speak. However, they have different types. So we can do for pet. Remember, the first one doesn't really matter. You could put X, I guess, for X, and if it makes you more comfortable, I can turn it back to pet. For pet in these two, Thorless and Vergaria, we're gonna print the type of the pet. And we're gonna print how they speak. Pet dot speak and parentheses. So it's gonna show this. So this is basically this is the part for Thorless. That's the what's it called? That's the type. And this is basically the print part of that. And same thing for snake. So that's pretty straightforward. Well, guess what? There's another way to display polymorphism, and that's in functions. So what we can do is we can define pet speak, and we're gonna put pet in here. We're gonna print pet dot speak. So now it doesn't really show anything because we haven't called it yet. So now we can do pet speak Nico. Thorless. And oh, I forgot to decapitalize that. Hold on, there we go. And this is basically the same as that. And now we can do pet speak with Vergaria. Vergaria. It's hard to remember that name because I've never seen that. And that's basically it for polymorphism and inheritance and all that stuff. So your homework today is to make a class like this. Make a base class. It's called this thing is called a base class. You're gonna make a base class for any type of furniture, and then you're gonna make a class like this and this for a chair and a desk. But you don't have to make it speak. You could just like make it squeak or I don't know, anything. Just be creative. And then you can test around with these with your new stuff. So that's around it for today. Have a good week and I'll see you next class.